Mic's on. I'd like to welcome everybody out to our commission meeting on this March 2nd, 2022. If you'll all please stand and repeat the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item number 1 on the agenda is approval of the minutes. Commissioners, we have one set of minutes from the February 16th, 2022. Do we have any corrections?
I didn't see any corrections.
I had one small one that I handed to Seth a little bit earlier. There was may have been spoken wrong when in Todd's presentation about the zone R1 8,000 and R4 8,000, and so Seth's got those already. With that, I'll make a motion we approve the minutes from our February 16th meeting.
I will second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Item number 2, Employee of the Month. Kellie.
Hello. So our March 2022 Employee of the Month is Camilla Bryson from the Senior Center. She has been employed with Carbon County since May of 2006. Her supervisor, Robbie Jensen, is not able to be here today, so he sent a little email. And we have some coworkers who would like to say some words as well. So Robbie said, Camilla is an employee who always stays busy. Whether helping in the kitchen, driving the bus, or cleaning bathrooms, she is willing to help out everywhere at the Senior Center. We found ourselves an employee short in the kitchen. Camilla jumped in and helped during a couple months while it took to fill the position, and still made sure her own job assignments were completed. The seniors out at the center love Camilla, and she is amazing with them. You can tell that Camilla loves her job and the seniors that she works with. We are so happy to have Camilla at the Senior Center. The Employee of the Month recognition is well deserved. Congratulations, Camilla. Thank you for all your hard work. So go ahead and come on up. That was from Robbie. And if you guys want to come up and say something, you don't have to, but if you want to.
Hi, I am Joanne from the Senior Center. I'm the supervisor of the kitchen. So Camilla really does deserve this award recognition. She is one of the persons that I could count on for everything. She'll help right in, she'll jump right in, put gloves on, don't even have to ask her about anything. She's really, really a good worker at the Carbon County Senior Center. We all love her. She deserves a big award, and this is it.
Yay! Thank you. Tracy just wants to take a picture if you want to say. So, just leave, sorry.
And you can say something too if you want.
Oh, no, thank you. I appreciate it.
I've never known you to be so shy.
I do in front of the crowd.
Congratulations. Congratulations, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Camilla.
Item number 3, open request for proposals for engineering for the Bear Fire Emergency Watershed Protection Projects. Seth.
We have one. This is from Johansson and Tuttle. I'm not sure that there's an amount here. Looks like it's just a lot of... Yeah, there's a couple different projects that they spell out here, and then quite a few different amounts. So I can go through them if you want. Looks like there's probably about 10 of them.
So this would probably be turned over to Curtis and Justin and yourself, Commissioner Jensen, for review. Is that the plan here?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want me to read the different projects, the amounts, or?
No, maybe just a
Okay.
brief explanation. This is engineering for the mitigation work inside the Bear Fire area where the rainstorms that come cause some real problems. And so this engineering effort is step one in fixing those things. So the NRCS requires an engineering firm to be hired. So we're in this process. Justin has worked with engineering firms, and so we have this one proposal, and they will now design some structures that could be built to help hold the debris flows of rock and mud and trees back from causing the damage downstream. The total engineering costs would be paid for by the NRCS. Is that correct, Justin? Okay. So
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we acknowledge the bid from Johansson and Tuttle Engineering and turn that over to Justin and Curtis and myself for a final review and award.
And I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Item number 4 on the agenda is review and possible approval of a grant application for Carbon County Ambulance for Rural Public Health Workforce Training Network Program through HRSA. It's a long name. Justin, do you want to explain a little bit about this grant and what the county would use it for?
Yeah, happy to. So this is provided by the Health Resources and Services Administration. This grant is set aside for rural communities who are in need of training programs for their healthcare facilities. As an ambulance service, we fall under that healthcare facility. And it is a 100% grant. We would like to seek $160,000. It's a 3-year grant cycle, so we'd have 3 years to accomplish it. And with that $160,000, I'd like to bring a paramedic program here to get all of my EMTs up to the paramedic level. So that $160,000 would be spent on all the costs of a paramedic program for those employees, and at 100% coverage.
At what level do they have to be to be able to start into this program? Because we have several different certification levels.
So you can be just a basic. They prefer you at an intermediate level, which most of us are, but you can be at that basic level. This gives us the opportunity over a 3-year period to get everybody through all the prerequisites and through the paramedic program itself. So.
And the advantage to being a paramedic service is that the county would be able to bill at a higher rate and also carry more drugs and be able to help patients at a higher level.
Yep. So just recently we got a paramedic waiver for our ambulance. We are an intermediate service, but we got the waiver to bill as paramedic when we have a paramedic on. Right now we have 4 paramedics that work for our service. And so getting the other 20 employees up to paramedic, we could go as a full paramedic service and have a paramedic on every ambulance all the time. And so that increases our mileage rates, our rates for call outs, and gives us opportunities to have more medications on the ambulances to better serve our community.
Okay. Any other questions?
Also, there is the cost benefit of it, but as well as providing a more service, more qualified assistance as folks need that. This grant will help train, hopefully retain. It seems like we've had some interest from outside the area as well, from others that want to move in this area, maybe attracting paramedics to come down to this area. Are those the benefits that you're seeking with this?
Yeah, all those would be a huge resource to us.
Any other questions?
No questions? Nope.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve the grant application for the Carbon County Ambulance for Rural Public Health Workforce Training Network Program through HRSA.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved.
And I don't have the application done yet, so when I have that final signature page, I'll get it to you.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you. Item number 5, road repair discussion from George Leighton. It appears that George isn't here. We have, Commissioner Jensen has been working with George a little bit on some of the issues. Do you want to explain a little bit of what's going on with this item?
Yes, on the Carbonville Road, there's a settlement spot near a manhole that appears to be a part of Price City's water system. The hole is not too deep. This individual has been worried for a couple of years about it. Our previous road supervisor, as well as myself, and also our new road supervisor and myself have been out there over the past 2 years, and the hole is fairly small. It's not a deep hole. It will require the asphalt to be cut and removed and a patch made. And so it's been the determination of both myself and the road department supervisors that it's such a small problem compared to issues countywide that we've not gone and done that. And I know this has upset Mr. Leighton, but has not rose to a level where we've sent a crew out to fix it.
Okay, thank you for the explanation. Do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
There were some pictures that were submitted. Do you want those for the record? Okay, I'll give you those after. Item number 6 is ratification of Memorandum of Understanding between Utah Administrative Office of the Courts and Carbon County, Utah. Who's in charge of that one?
Oh, you know what? I know what this one is. Sorry. The new courthouse and the facilities there, the parking lot for the new courthouse and the old courthouse, which now is occupied by the Southeastern Utah Health Department. That building was remodeled, and they have now moved into it. During the renovation, it was determined that we had enough money in the grant portion of that project to resurface the parking lot for the old courthouse. And in opening up the area, we found a lot of wet mud underneath the asphalt, which required a lot of extra work there. The costs overrun were a concern to the health department, and as the new courthouse and the staff there watched this occur, they went to their supervisors in Salt Lake and asked if they couldn't get some additional money to help pay for the extra work that had to be done on the parking lot. And they agreed to pay $10,000 to the county for those extra costs, and they wanted in return a guarantee of 10 parking stalls that are along the north part of the parking lot, right behind the bank. I can't remember the name of the bank.
Wells Fargo,
which we agreed to. So there was a memorandum of understanding signed and sent to the state so we could get that money. So this would be a ratification of that.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I don't have any questions. I'll make a motion that we approve the memorandum of understanding between the Utah Administrative Office of the Courts and Carbon County, Utah.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 7 is review and possible approval of an amendment to the JVIATION Agreement for engineering on the Carbon County Airport. Commissioners, this is for the Build Back Better application that we were awarded Phase 1 funding for. We went through a series of questions with the EDA to get approval. We have an engineer of record out at the airport, and it just seemed odd to have somebody else do the preliminary engineering report and then have another engineer do the final engineering. So we did get, because this was on our master plan, our capital improvements plan out at the airport, we were able to get approval from the EDA to go ahead and have JVIATION do both the preliminary engineering and the final engineering if awarded the second phase of this grant. So it's all contingent. So this is basically just an amendment to our contract with our current contract with JVIATION to add the services if we are awarded, and it's all contingent upon the award of the second phase of the Build Back Better. Anything to add?
No, that was excellent.
Thank you.
Commissioner Helps, do you want to talk about maybe some of the interest out at the airport? I know you've fielded a few calls for hangars and folks that are interested in utilizing that nice airport.
We have, in the last year, we've probably had 4 or 5 different individuals, some of which were trying to start up some businesses, others that were just wanting hangars to rent. Currently, we don't have any extra hangars out at the airport. So there are people looking at the area, and some of these people would be, the latest one was somebody that does financial work outside of the area and would use the plane when needed to fly around the country to do his financial work, and he just needed a hangar for that. But there is getting to be quite a bit of interest, and hopefully, if awarded and we can build out the aviation mechanics side of this, it will drive even more interest, and possibly a repair company that would start utilizing some of these trainees, these airport mechanics, once the program starts. Anything else?
Nope, that's great.
Thank you. If there's no other discussion, I'll make the motion we approve an amendment to the JVIATION agreement for engineering on the Carbon County Airport.
We have a motion?
I'll second that.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I think that concludes our agenda.
I'll make a motion, we close.
We are adjourned.